Hey Kyle, my name is Caitlin. How are you?
Tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to be your student physical therapist assistant today. Could you rate your pain on a scale from 0 to 10 for me? 0 being no pain, 10 being the worst? 5. Okay, well today I just wanted to do some range of motion and exercises and then some stretching with like your knee and your ankle. Is that okay? Okay, so the first one we're going to do is range of motion, and it's going to be using the knee and the hip combined. So I'm just going to do this. Okay, that's the range of motion. And then using the same motion, you can also stretch the gluteus maximus. So what you're going to do is flex their knee and their hip, and then you're going to stabilize the opposite leg. And then you're just going to apply that stretch, and you're going to hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Good. Okay, so the next one is range of motion for hip extension. So you're going to have your patient in side lying. You're going to be positioned behind them. You're going to have their knee at about 90 degrees, stabilizing the knee and also stabilizing their hips so they don't roll forward or backward. You're going to keep their hip neutral, and then you're just going to bring them in and out of that motion. Okay, the next range of motion is for the hamstrings. So you're going to put your hand on the top of their knee, making sure their knee is in full extension, and then you just flex their hip, bringing it up and down. Okay, and then the next one is how to stretch the hamstrings. So again, you're going to have their knee in extension, stabilize that knee to make sure that it's staying extended, and then you can put their foot on your shoulder and then just bring it up. And then you're going to hold that stretch for 30 to 60 seconds. The next range of motion is for the rectus femoris. So you're going to have your patient positioned in prone. You're going to flex their knee, and then you're just going to bring it up, stabilizing their back, bringing it up and down. Okay, and the next thing is to stretch the rectus femoris. So same setup, your position is going to be in prone, and you're going to stabilize the back, and you're going to pull up holding for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to stretch the iliopsoas. So you're going to have your patient positioned in supine. You're going to bring their leg up, flex their hip, flex their knee, putting pressure on their knee and stabilizing with the other one, stretching them. And then again, you're going to hold that stretch for 30 to 60 seconds. And the next one is range of motion of the hip, and it's AB and abduction. So you're going to have your patient positioned in supine, and you're just going to pick their leg up, and you're going to bring it out for abduction and bring it in for adduction. Okay, now we're going to stretch the adductors. So you're going to have your patient positioned in supine. You're going to take their leg and stabilizing your hand on the opposite thigh. I'm just going to stretch. And you're going to hold that stretch for 30 to 60 seconds. Next, we're going to do range of motion for the hip using internal and external rotation. So you're going to have your patient positioned in supine, and you're just going to internal rotation, bringing the leg in, or toes in, and then bringing the leg out. So external rotation, toes out. And so you would just do that back and forth. That would be the range of motion. And then for stretching, you're going to have your patient positioned in prone. So if you'll roll over on your stomach, please. Okay, so for this one, you're going to flex their knee. And for external rotation, you're going to bring in the knees going out, but the foot's coming in. And then for internal rotation, the knees going in and the foot's going out. And you would hold those for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, next we're going to stretch the TFL and the IT band. To do this, you'll have your patient positioned in sideline. So you're going to take their top leg, you're going to keep making sure their knee is straight, stabilizing their hips so they don't roll backward. You're just going to let gravity use that stretch. And are you feeling a stretch? You are? Okay, if they weren't feeling a stretch, you could just apply a little pressure. And you would hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, so for this, I have my patient laying in supine, but they can also be sitting as well. So we're going to do range of motion of the ankle. And so if you'll put this knee up. Alright, so for this, I'm going to show range of motion for dorsiflexion. So you can just support here and do that. And then you can also do plantar flexion. Okay, and then you can do inversion. And then you can do eversion. And then the next one is it's the transverse tarsal joint. So you're going to put one hand here and one on the calcaneus, and you're just pushing that arch up and down. Okay, next we're going to do the D1 PNF pattern for range of motion. So you're going to have your patient positioned in supine. So first, I'm going to put my hand on top of his foot and my hand in the medial side of his femur. And then I'm going to tell him, I want you to point your toes up, bring your knee up and in. Okay, now I want you to point your toes down and bring your knee down and out. Next, we're going to do range of motion for D2 flexion and extension. You're going to have your patient positioned in supine. So, I want you to bring your toes up and your knee up and in. Okay, now I want you to point your toes down and bring your leg down. Good. Okay, now we're going to stretch the knee extensors. You're going to have your patient positioned in prone. You're going to have a towel under their anterior thigh. You're going to flex their knee. And you're going to stabilize across the buttocks. And you're just going to flex, and you're going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, now we're going to stretch the end range knee extensors. You're going to have your patient positioned in supine, and you're going to have a towel roll put under the posterior part of their thigh, and you're going to stabilize over the anterior thigh. And you're just going to bring their knee up like this. And you're going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, now we're going to stretch the gastroc. So you're going to have your patient positioned in supine, or really they could be sitting too. So you're going to put your hand on their calcaneus, and then your other hand on top of their ankle. And you're just going to dorsiflex their ankle, and you're going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, now we're going to stretch the soleus. So for this one, it's just like the gastroc, except their knee will be flexed. So I'm going to support their calcaneus, and I'm just going to support his knee so it doesn't move. And then again, you're just going to dorsiflex, and you're going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds.